Hello and welcome to Jessikaolivia Skapar, a podcast mainly about textile crafting and life on Gotland. My name is Jessika and you can find me on Instagram as Jessikaolivia Skapar and on Ravelry as Jessikaolivia. I'm very happy that you follow me here on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel and let's hang out on social media. So please say hi and leave a comment. I will be grateful for that. Let's jump in and talk about the elephant in the room. My Heirloom Quilt Cardigan is finally ready. And it's designed by Katryn Seeburger. And this has been an ongoing project since August last year. So I'm very happy that I just finished it. So it's a very fantastic pattern, I should say, that is built up with a bunch of squares, and then you sew the squares together, make or knit like a bottom band and ribbing and sleeves, and then you have a cardigan. So the pattern is actually more like a recipe than a knitting pattern that holds your hand the whole time. It's only 3 sizes, but they are very size inclusive. It have a lot of positive ease, and I made the smallest size, but I was off gauge, so I come between the first and the second size. Because I'm working this with Nutiden yarn, that is unspun yarn. I held 2 strands together on 4mm needles, and I think that it become a very nice fabric. It's quite drapey actually, even if it's this rustic. And to get gauge I needed to go down to smaller needles, and that would be too stiff. So yeah, I am glad that I am stuck with this plan, because it turned out a very good size actually for me. So it's pretty big, so I can just wrap it around like this, and it's gonna be like a warm hug. And quite fitted sleeves, so the pattern suggesting balloon sleeves, but I made them quite narrow, and even remade this one sleeve first because it was too loose, I guess. And yeah, but I'm very happy with the fit, and I'm gonna wear it open. I'm not gonna put any bottoms, I think. And it's perfect for like in between seasons, like from now to spring, as an outer garment, like a jacket. But it will be also good in the winter time, like a cozy blanket, but a very fancy cozy blanket, I will say. You're knitting the squares flat, so like in stranded color work, but also like you can make intarsia, so you don't have to carry the floats on all stitches. But it's basically like 4 strands of Nutiden together. And so on a pretty tight gauge, like 4mm needles, so it's very warm. But I very much like the outcome and how the colors come together, because I just randomly took the colors that I thought looked good together, and I wanted to have a little like a balance between low contrast, high contrast, and mix and matching. But from the beginning, I all know that this Harden was going to be like the main color, like for the sleeves and for the neckband. But yeah, I'm very happy with that one. But now I think I need to take it out because it's very warm. I'm hosting a knit along right now with my friend Victoria. She is Fröken Viol on Instagram, and we are knitting a unicorn sweater. So it's the Always Forever Unicorn Sweater by Wool and Beyond. And I'm knitting, I'm ready actually. I'm going to show you the garment very soon. But this is a yarn that I used, so it's the Drops Air in this colorway that is called Old Pink or 29, and this colorway is Wheat, colorway 02. Yeah, so I thought that would be a good combination, and this is how the sweater turned out. So it have this very cute unicorn face on it with this mane that you crochet on later afterwards. And for the mane I used a handspun yarn that I had in my stash that I spun myself, and it continues to the back. So you have the mane like this and a little embroidery eye and yeah, it's very, very cute, I think. So you have a very nice smart construction. You actually start in the back part, and then knitting the back, and then you picking up for the shoulders, and then you start with the intarsia, and then you continue in the round. So when you start in the round, you have already been doing some intarsia, then you continue intarsia. Even in the ribbing, you continue the intarsia. And usually the easiest way to make intarsia is by knitting flat back and forth. So, and these have no seams in, it's not seamed together, it's used like a German short row turn instead. So you're knitting flat front and back, but it's in the round because it have a almost invisible seam here. Then you can see it maybe a little bit like it have a little seam here, that this is my short row turn. But when you have the sweater on, it's not so visible. And it have this fold over neckband, and yeah, I'm very pleased with this. It took me like 1.5 weeks to knit it, and I hope the little child is gonna wear it, gonna like it as I like it, and I will, if she is growing out of it, I probably will make another one for her, because this is so cute, and I hope she liked the yarn, because this is so cozy. It's like a little kitten or something. It's very, very soft. Then we have these slippers that I probably showed you that I was knitting on last time. And this is a free pattern by Sandnes Garn, and it's like a double knitted slippers that you felt in your washing machine. So you are basically knitting this like this. So you start, so this is a free pattern, I will say. So you start with a Judy's Magical Custom, and then you knit in a round, you separate for the 2 foot parts, and then you decrease for the toe, and then you are felting it in the washing machine. I was felting this in 40 degrees Celsius for 1 hour, and then you put 1 foot inside the other, and I just put them on my feet to make them shape like my foot, or the foot that gonna wear it. So this is the left one and this is the right one. So I'm probably gonna stitch on some leather sole to it to make them more durable, because this is, oh, I forgot to tell you about the yarn. So this is actually drops and Nepal, or is not sock yarn. So this is alpaca and wool blend. That it was super good for felting actually, and it's like a deep stash yarn. So I thought that this product is super good for gift knits. So I'm continue with more slippers, and I can show you that I'm working on one new. So I found out that I also had Rauma vans in my stash in these colors, and even white and gray. So I started on one more slipper, and I'm gonna make them striped to use up all the little scraps. And so I'm just going around now, and then I think that the yarn will not be enough for being stripes for the inside and outer foot. So the inside part of the slipper is gonna be unicolor, one colored like the other colors that I have, and we will see how far I will get with the yarn that I have. But this is a little start, and I will see if I have more yarn in my stash that I can use for more slippers, because I think this will be this year's Christmas gifts. I guess it's quite fast to knit, pretty fun, and you get a very nice result. And I want also to make more in just one color, and maybe do some embroidering on top. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Then we have something else that I have been casting on since last time, but I think I have talked about it before. Is the Levitate wrap by My Favorite Things Knitwear, and started this working in Nutiden, 2 strands held together in the colorway Solvända. That is this rich beigey gray with specks of yellow, orange and red. So you starting in the back. So this is the back, and then you pick up for the shoulders and increasing to make the wrap. So I'm just started with the left shoulder, and then I'm gonna put together for the armhole, and then you are working it flat and increasing until you get the nice wrap, and then you pick up stitches along the neck opening, and then you make you knit a double knitted neckband that is gonna continue, and then you can make like a little bow on the side to secure it. So that's gonna be a very nice staple cardigan in my wardrobe, I think, for autumn or even cold summer days. And it's on 5.5mm needles, so it's working out pretty fast. And I think I have only been working on this for 2 days, and I'm almost about to split for the sleeves. I have come to a realization that I'm not a sock knitter at all, but when I looked in my stash, I found this beautiful sock yarn. So this is all fingering sock yarns that I had in my stash. So it's small balls of from 10 to 25 grams each little ball, and this is more than 300 grams. So they can be like maybe 3 or 4 different pairs of socks. So I want to use them and make some scrappy socks. Look at these beauties. in this old wooden thing. So I have been starting on a little sock, but I'm still figuring out how I'm gonna do it, because I want to make like a Socktube, like a mindless knitting to like a social knitting to bring with me. Yeah, I'm experimenting a little bit. So this is on 2.25 millimeter needles, and I think I have 58 stitches here. I think I'm gonna rip this out and start over again, because I'm not totally satisfied with the fit. And I'm a pretty loose knitter, pretty loose gauge, so yeah, I don't want to go down more in needles size. But I'm gonna make like a sock tube. So I was starting with a little of ribbing, and then I'm gonna make like 5 or 6 rows with one color, and then switch colors until I have a long tube, and then I make the ribbing on the other side as well, and dividing that sock tube in two, make a toe and a heel, and then we have a pair of socks. So I think I'm gonna do that for all this yarn that I have here. I want to do that, but we'll see. And I'm going for some holidays in late May, beginning of June, so I think I'm gonna carry this with me. And the latest thing that I casted on is this Louise pullover. So I showed you a couple of episodes back that I made a little swatch. So this is in Sandnes per Gynt, in this deep chocolatey cacao nib color, and I'm gonna make a sweater with these bubbles. So it's gonna be a raglan with all covered in small bubbles. So I'm super excited for that, and I have just started the color, so I haven't come so far yet, but yeah, I think that will be fun, because on every 8th row I think it is one bubble row. To keep it interesting, I also have some sewing to show you this time, and I've been talking with you before that I'm sewing a Daphne jacket by Vivian, Shao, Chen, and it's a patchwork project that I'm hand quilting. So now I have made all the pattern pieces, and now I'm hand quilting this together. So this is the pocket. The pocket's gonna be folded like this and go on each side. I think you get like this, right? So this is for the right side. And I have started with this. So here we have one sleeve. I just sandwiched it together with the facing and the padding. You say padding? Wadding? And pin it together. And after the quilting, it looks something like this. And it's super squishy and nice. And this is the inside facing. And then I'm gonna make like a stitch of the border here, and then trim along the sides. When that is done, I just gonna assemble all the pattern pieces together and like bind them with bias binding. So it's gonna be a neat finish, and probably it's gonna be then you can wear it inside out if you want to. I'm excited to be finished with this, but the hand quilting is making some pressure on my thumb, so I need to make a little bit resting for this, but yeah, I want to see this finished soon. I have also been to some pottery courses this spring, and a couple of days ago I got home my last things that I made last time, and I made a little series with this glaze that is like this green, minty green color. So I made a little bowl, try to make it like on the throwing wheel, and yeah, it's kind of cute, I guess. And I also made this matching citrus press thingy, and I also thrown this on the throwing wheel, and then afterwards I made these little things on top and this little pipe. Yeah, I'm very pleased with the outcome, and yeah, now I have a lot of things that is handmade with clay, and I want to start using them now. And for the last, I want to talk a little bit about the garden. So now we start to feel that the spring is coming and a little bit warmer weather. It had been quite tough in April because it had been warm in the beginning, and then it was cold again, and it had been a lot of snow and rain and sun, and in one day it could be snowing like 3, 4, 5 times. Yeah, and then it was the second after that it was super sunny and quite warm. Yeah, but now May is finally arriving, and I think it's gonna be a little bit warmer, so we can do some more gardening. But in the greenhouse, some spinach and some green leaf veggies are coming up. I've sown a lot of summer flowers that I need to take care of. They need some bigger pots, and soon, in a couple of weeks, the tomatoes, paprika, chilies, eggplants are coming to the greenhouse. So they are waiting inside to come out soon. And we're planning ahead for more seedings, and yeah, there's a lot of things coming up here in May. And in late May, in beginning of June, I'm going for some holidays, so we will see when we will sit and chat for the next time. So I'm just gonna thank you for being here with me, and I'm very thankful for that. So we'll see in like a month or so. Bye bye!